What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast, where we discuss, debate, and sometimes argue on movies and TV shows, old and new. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
And I am Jason. A few house rules before we get into this review. 1, please have fun. 2, please like, share, subscribe. Let your people know, let your friends know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though. Number 3, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, stop here and come back after you've seen it. And lastly, and certainly not least, this is not a kid podcast in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So if you want to listen with your children, that is on you. That is not on us. I am here to let you know. Please stop or continue. Let's get to this review.
He's having a freaking ball right now.
I'm happy for him. Somebody should.
I am too. Sometimes, hey Jad, you see what happened when you see what sometimes spinning the block it pays off.
Yeah. We ain't doing it. It depends on how good that block was the first time around. Some blocks is worth spinning. Others, nah.
It ain't worth it. Well, good evening. And if you see this at a later time, good morning and good afternoon. I am Jason.
Jazz.
And this is the Was It Good Though podcast, the podcast about movies and TV shows. And today, we are joined with our brother and friend of the show from the Masturbators podcast. And no, people, no, not a podcast about the best masturbators. Not at all. But a masturbate show. Welcome, Diandre. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. I thought I almost fucked that up. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
No, it's been a pleasure, man. But not only do you have a debate show, but we about to discuss a great debater. Ain't that right, Jazz?
It is. I
mean, a hurricane of a man, possibly, right?
I mean, I think he could give you a solid training day for sure.
I mean, we know he got game.
This is true. And sometimes it could feel like deja vu.
I mean, a man of virtuosity.
Jason got a whole list.
But I mean, he also a man on fire. Like, and if you haven't caught it by now, we are talking about Denzel Washington, ladies and gentlemen. 74 episodes later, we are finally to a Denzel Washington movie. Whew. So with this review here, man, my sister Jazz will be leading us and we will be taking this flight. Hopefully she can also get us to a safe landing, but we shall see.
Oh, I'm going to see what this line about to do, because if it do what Whip for Whip, look, that might be the vibe. But yes, Flight with our first Denzel, and this is our first review of November, which is what we're thankful for. And we are thankful for Denzel because, like, the long list of movies we just listed, and that's not even a long list of things that he's done. So, talented actor. But in this movie, yeah. So we open up, he is in a room with a young lady. We don't know who she is. So, like, they had a very interesting night the night before. You see a bunch of bottles. And of course, you got a phone call coming through. It seems like an aggressive phone call. One that Whip, which is Denzel's character, wasn't trying to get. I mean, ex-wife asking for money. It be the vibes at 7 o'clock. You got to get him early. So he can just get you off that phone. He's like, look, here, I'll cash app you. Not that I'm saying I do that, but I'm just saying I'm sure somebody does. And it seems like the young lady that's with them, she's just like, we need to go ahead and get ready because we got a flight at 9. I think they do a little some more morning activities. We got a little book of sugar. He took a line. But did you see how he walked out of that hotel room?
You're a new man.
He's smooth.
He's walked out real smooth. I mean, Diandre, let me ask you, with the way he walked out with so much confidence, would you feel comfortable with him flying your plane that you on?
Yeah, I knew he did it. Fuck no. I knew he was doing it. Hell no. Listen, if he would have saved my life, and I knew he was high. I think if you tell me he was high, then I'm like, oh shit, well that's impressive shit. You just saved everybody but 6 people. However, her though, if I know you drunk and high and you no, fuck, listen, next flight, please. Next flight, please. I take the train.
He's officially the only person that can say I drive better or fly better when I'm drunk or high.
I mean, we see that it's true. He walked out of room real confident, and so he's getting on the plane. Jason, how did you interpret like this scene where he's testing out the oxygen, and his co-pilot is right beside him, judging him? Crazy.
It was I don't know what that does for you, but I assume for me it felt like, is it like huffing almost, like to a certain extent? Like was it like a huff, like it gives you some type of a feeling or a high, or is it almost like just smelling gasoline or lighting a match and smelling the toxic? People like those little weird smells or feels and things like that. So I didn't know what it did for him, but clearly he liked it because he got him 2 puffs of the oxygen.
Oh, yeah, he said, "You want to hit?"
My man said, "Nah, I'm good." Next story, he was
like, Diandre, when you looked at his face, did it already let you know, like, okay, he's definitely smelling alcohol. He probably is just like, this pilot is not sober right now. Like, did you get that vibe from his like reaction?
I got the vibe of this pilot's crazy as fuck right now. Like again. I don't know the procedures for pilots. What he do? We don't know if that's the norm. Pilots life. Like we don't know that at all. However, though, the co-pilot though looked at his ass like, "Oh, this motherfucker's crazy as shit." If I'm the co-pilot, I'm on the next flight. I'm on the next flight. Listen, if I think you're doing some crazy shit, and I gotta sit on the motherfucker for what, 45 minutes? 45 minutes to an hour? No. It's time for the next fucking flight. Next flight. I'm good. I got a call. Jesus calling me something because he's a religious freak. So something's happening. Like, I'm not on that flight at all. But he stayed. I mean, it's what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too. Since we know Diandre, what you would have done, Jason? Would you have stayed on the flight, or would you have gotten up?
I would have reported his ass off top because it's smelling like, bro, I'm the co-pilot. I'm not even that guy. You the head person. I'm just here to make sure to manage things in case of an emergency. Almost like, nah, I'm reporting him. See if we can get this flight grounded.
Yeah, and it seems like, and I think he said it later in the movie where he smelt the alcohol coming from Whip, and he called his wife. So he chopped it up with her, was like, had a conversation like, all right, so the pilot is kind of drunk, like a lot. So just pray that we make it to where we're supposed to go. And then he got back on the plane. Because he was just like, look, she probably was like, honey, we need that church money, so you can't quit. Because they sounded like they was from the South. So
I'm in the bind, Nate.
Listen. I don't know if I'm going to come back on that plane. I got off the call. You're right. I got off the caller. Now that because I did not get off that plane, I can't use my legs,
bruh.
I can't fucking use my legs. And here's the thing: I'm not the most religious person. I'm just gonna say that right now. I am not. So if you would have came into that, and I know I'm going on, but if you came into that room where I can't use my legs, I would try to fuck about my arms. Like he would have to fight me. I smell alcohol. You was high and drunk, and I can't use my fucking legs. Oh, you're gonna hit me a fade.
but now, okay, so I understand that. I get that. Like if he was the cause in that situation, if he was the cause, yes, I'm throwing hands, feet, everything with this dude. But he was asleep. He was, hey, I'm gonna be real. The white boy did it. The white boy wrecked that plane. He was in the place. I was like, oh, they said, what you doing?
He was asleep though. He had to just eyes covered.
But they had to have been used to him being that way because Margaret didn't say nothing. He didn't. Well, I don't. He said he didn't never fly. He never flew with that guy before, so we can't even speak about him. But the other people they knew.
Margaret said something. He said something. She said something like what how a man can do that, like sit like this on a plane, some shit like that. She talked to the co-pilot, like yeah, she talked to the co-pilot like we wonder how a man can, but some shit she said that would have made me more scared because everybody else see the shit and they say not a damn thing. I was scared. I was scared.
He was on that plane looking like Snoop Dogg on Soul Plane.
Got you sitting there like, wait, am I the crazy one? Because I'm not high and drunk like him. Like, but nah, you're right though. But I thought it was interesting of how we had two different storylines happening at the same time.
The A line and the B storyline. Yeah.
Right. Like and so I was curious where they were going to go with this because it was kind of giving me somewhat like John Q vibes only because at the beginning of John Q, we got the young lady that got into the car accident, wreck. And we just sitting there like, so we're not going to go back to what happened to her? And then you realize later her connection to them. So I thought that's where we were going with this. And I feel like we kind of did, but it came earlier, their connection, and obviously we see the path that their storylines went on. But Jason, how did you feel about Nicole and where we were first seeing her, then where she ended up? Because she got offered $2,000 for anal.
Man, look here. Look here, man. Look here, man. Nicole, you broke as hell. First off, you broke. You got $100 to your name trying to buy some heroin. This man just offered you $2,000 to get fucked for an hour. Now, let's just be fair. I'm gonna be honest. One, support the sex workers because that's an industry.
I agree.
Two, we do need to respect our women at the same exact time.
I agree.
However, you broke. You might need to take that $2,000. You could get whatever you want to. And later we find out you also behind on your rent. Like you just out here just doing bad all the way around.
She was having a bad day and she just needed
she had to pick me up. She had a good pick me up, some dick and some coke. I mean heroin.
So my thing
that's a party pack.
My thing is one. When she saw the dick, I think it was too big for her. She said, "You stick that dick." I
mean, like she was just like, "Wait a minute." Okay.
So sorry, but her. My next thing was, would it have been a different story? If this was early 2000s. This is what 2008, 2009, so late 2000. Sorry, I think the storyline was
2012.
2012. So around there. If it was 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, when everybody's on OnlyFans and all that kind of good stuff, would you say no then? Like, the craze right now, not craze, but what people are doing, making a lot of money from it too. I mean, they're doing that right now. I think that it was just the wrong time frame for this. If this story was like today, and not just a fictional story, but the story was today, I think she does it, and nobody will judge her for it because everybody doing it. Legitimately, everybody doing
it. So within that, shout out to her for having some morals about herself. Like, so she had some morality, but I guess that's how most people are. They pick and choose when they have a moral code, when they don't. You know what I mean? So they be like, yeah, I stole this, but I wouldn't do XYZ. I stole this from the store, but I wouldn't do XYZ.
Like that guy that stole that car, the baby in it. It was a guy that stole a car and the baby was in it. So he brought the car back and then scolded the parents. Gave the baby back and then tried to steal the car again.
What?
Look it up. He stole the car. The baby was inside the car. He drove like a couple blocks. He heard the baby crying. He looked back. He turned around. Went back to the house. Took the baby to the parents. Scolded the parents, and then tried to steal the car again.
I'm gonna drop that kid off somewhere.
Nah, see, that would have been kidnapping. Just take the damn baby back to the house, and I would have hit the doorbell, ding dong, run back into the car and take off.
So you don't think the chances of you getting caught increase going back to where you got the car?
I think your chances of getting caught and you trying to take that baby is going to have you in a lot more trouble.
No, I'm dropping that kid off. I'm
where?
Like, there go a CVS. Boom. Hey y'all. Drop the baby at the cashier. Like, you got this? Cool. And go get my stolen car.
I don't know this baby. I don't know this baby.
I don't know where this baby came from. Somebody look, this is baby Carly was looking for. I found it. I found the baby.
My God.
This is the Carly baby.
It's a deer, bro.
It's a deer, bro.
It's a deer,
bro. Oh shit.
But I was about to. So wait, let me ask you this: like, if this movie was to drop in 2020, do you think she would have gotten $2K for an hour of anal?
Well, I don't think the going rate for anal is that much no more.
I don't think so either, because I'm gonna be like, sis probably should have go ahead and do what she needed to do in 2012.
Well, my thing is probably not, but her, like I feel like the dealer was like somebody close, not an actual friend, but somebody close. He was trying to hook her up. He tried to give her, money, like trying to hook you up. So maybe he's probably still like, if he had the money for it, he'd probably still get the $2K of the kindness of his heart, or at least half.
I don't think I'm that nice. I'll be like, look, 150. Is you gonna get in this video? Like, I gotta edit it later.
like you've been booty pumping. What's up? Like, I'm trying to see what you doing.
I ain't pushing nothing. Yo, that's crazy. A whole madam out here like, look, you better go make that money.
Oh my God.
And we pretty much now we get back onto the we see Whip's talents. It's already raining anyway. Now, every time I fly, the weather, rain, I'll just be like, all right, don't final destination. We don't need none of that to happen. Now I'm like, final destination or flight. The list is getting longer. I was just like, nah, I don't want none of that. I know I have a dark sense of humor. But so this plane was shaking like a stripper during all of that turbulence. If y'all were passengers on this flight, would you have thought, all right, this is it? Diandre, I'm gonna go to you first. Would you have thought like, oh, this is like shit falling from the bids?
So I can never get on flights that only like have sprinkle rain, let alone all that fucking rain. Like in July, I was trying to get from Philly back to Oregon, and in Philly it was raining. It took me 7 hours to get on another flight. Legitly 7 hours. All right. So just because I'm not used to it, and I've never been knock on damn wood. However, I've never been on a flight that actually had that much turbulence. All right. Because if it is, yeah, I'm thinking to myself, it's upper room time. Upper room. Like, I think it's time to go. All right. Luckily though, I'm always on Delta or something like that. They got messages and shit, so I can text my family and friends. Listen, if I'm not here, don't look under the bed. All right, peace. And then
yo, that's
but yeah, I'm thinking to myself, it's time to go. I mean, it's probably my time to go because that first part of that flight, it was shit like motherfucker.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure he went down under the he went through or down under the rain clouds as well. In the first part of the flight.
And I think he was going like really high, outside of the designated altitude. Somebody that's a pilot can correct me. But what do you think, Jason? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Diandre.
No, yeah, but I thought it was just my time.
You would have been out of here. What about you, Jason? Would you have been like, I gotta fight, I gotta do something? Maybe I can go help the pilot.
Hell no, I ain't trying to go help him. That motherfucker went to school for this. He better get me through it. I always think about two things when I get on a flight. Like they say, it's super rare that they go down on land, so I don't be too concerned. about that. I mean, if they do, once you get in the air, it's not too much. They don't give you parachutes up there. Like you just gotta hope that this plane come down safe as he did in this situation. But when I went to Raleigh, when I flew out to Raleigh, it was a tornado the same exact time. Like when I was on that flight, it's like so. Yeah, it's different. Let me tell you, it's different when you up in the air, going through one of those storms or going through one of those situations.
It's funny because his co-pilot was like, "Oh my God," and then Whip was like, "He can't help you up here." And dude is like super religious, like,
But he shut up too. Like he didn't say anything. He didn't like that's my guy. Like the religious people love your guys, but will defend the shit out of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I understand that, but he said, "Can't we over here?" He said, just shut the fuck up.
Let me let him handle this. Let me let him get this.
But how did y'all like the scene where they're through the storm? Denzel was just like talking to his co-pilot. He was like, "All right, you flying the plane now," and he's getting him some vodka, 3 bottles, 3 baby bottles, and talking to the passengers. Like this movie had me looking at my captains a bit differently, like a lot. I'm just like, let me scope them out real quick as I'm getting on the plane. But yeah, what you got, Jason?
This was triggering for me because of course they stayed in Atlanta, Georgia. He was talking about the Georgia Bulldogs kicking the shit out of the Florida Gators, so I was kind of triggered in this scene. I hope they didn't go to jail at the end of this movie.
How you think about that through the entire movie? Because this movie was like a little over 2 hours. You was probably sitting there like, I hope this nigga go to jail.
This nigga got to go to jail. This nigga got to go now.
For that one comment.
That one comment.
That hurt his heart. But I was just like, all right, so he's drinking more. I was like, all right, but autopilot. Because that's what a lot of them use. But even when he was going through the storm, his co-pilot was like, trying to do the autopilot. He was like, excuse me. He was like, no, I got this. Mm-hmm. You did a line of coke like 2 hours ago. Okay.
That woke him up though.
Yeah. We see the power of coke in this movie.
Yeah.
For some. That's not for everybody.
Well, so I guess because again, I never once, probably never will do coke. However, though, I guess if you're drunk, coke help you up because of this drinking is a downer and coke is the upper. You just mellow out right there. So I guess that's the thing. However, though, my thing about what he did when he talked to the people on the plane, he did that shit smooth as shit. Yeah. One hand, took the top off, dump it. He's looking straight at everybody and he's dumping shit in orange juice. That's a smooth ass. Listen, drunk or not drunk, that's a smooth shit right there. One hand, 2 bottles, 1 orange juice.
He does that a lot. Like when I first saw the scene, I said, damn, this is smooth. And he's just in the perfect position for it. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, Whip. But I mean, he's prior to this, a very successful pilot. So, but I don't need, I'm not trying to be on his planes.
Nah, he ain't flying no more. But technically, he was still successful. Even here, he just, had a little too much in this system.
But if he didn't have it in his system, would he have been able to land the plane?
You think that's why he landed the plane?
I mean, I don't know, but that's a solid question to ask. Maybe the coke and vodka helped him focus. I can see an argument there, but
I'm not gonna argue it.
I'm not either. I'm gonna leave that definitely alone. But around that time before they started getting to turbulence, Nicole ODs because she tells her dealer, I'm going to smoke it. I'm not going to shoot it up. She decided to shoot it up because you get the high faster if you do that. That's what I heard from Netflix and Prime. I don't participate in those kind of activities.
I hope not.
No. But we see what happens to Nicole. She ODs. Shout out to her landlord for coming to get his money, though. Because if not,
already dead. She'd
be dead. So how'd you feel about this scene of like the whole time, like when she was being rushed to the ambulance, they was getting her, the plane you see in the background, and that landlord's like, what the hell is that?
I just love the way that they tied it together, because I was just like, man, how they gonna get her
Right.
over here? What purpose is she going to serve within this story? So I do think they did a pretty good job into tying it together.
I think they did as well. She lucky as fuck. That landlord was an asshole. I mean, if her landlord's not an asshole, she's dead. I mean, it really is what it is. Her landlord's a dick, but he's a asshole, but not a big asshole to leave her there. But see her there, like I got called 911 because I want this dead bitch on my shit. So she's lucky, right? And also he's lucky at the same time that like the stars lined up for him as well, because her tragedy and his tragedy made her quote unquote wholesome, and him chase some shit up at the end. But we'll get to that later.
No, yeah, I was actually gonna bring that up because I was just like, in this scene, you see both of them kind of like at a point of where their addiction is about to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that was very interesting. But so that you could probably debate that, because just like, well, his addiction actually probably could have saved his life.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't technically his fault that the plane did what it did. I mean, it was the manufacturer's fault, or the airline's fault that they didn't pick checks on that plane. It wasn't really his addiction's fault. Don't get me wrong. It made that the plane made his addiction come to light, so he had to check himself. But it doesn't matter who does it, who's in that plane. That happens. Period. Don Cheadle said the same thing. Like there was 10 people that assimilated it, and they all died. It was going to happen in any way. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad he got help with his addiction, but the plane was actually something else. Period.
Right, and that's why I pretty much asked, like, do you guys think the alcohol and the coke helped him be able to fly that plane the way that he did, to be able to land it the way that he did? Because would he have been able to land it if he was sober? To where his addiction kind of saved his life in that moment, but her addiction almost got her killed, which resulted to her, obviously, she survived and was able to get clean. So I was just curious, like, okay, yeah, he's using that. Well, would anybody else would have been able to land it? No. So it's just ignore the fact that I was drunk. But then it's just like, well, if you were sober, would you have been able to land it?
That's a hard question, because yeah. I'm not a flight. I'm not a pilot, so I can't say yeah and nay to it.
I don't see nobody saying, yeah, that coke helped him land that plane. I definitely don't see nobody saying that. But Jason, like, during how this entire scene unfolded, when the plane just started straight nosedive, what was your reaction? Because when I first saw it, because this is the first time me seeing this movie for this review, this scene was hella intense.
I mean, so when watching it, you just kind of see, it's like, dang, so how much damage is this going to cause? Like, what's going to happen? Like, how is Whip going to come out this situation? How are the people's lives going to be affected by this? What's going to happen within this? And like I said, we see how calm he came into that situation. And I would like to think I do this when I get into like real super serious situations. Like, I've been in stuff like you about to get into a car wreck and you just, oftentimes the reason people get hurt is because they either tense up or something like that. And like, I feel like when I get in those serious situations, I'm able to just calm down and talk through it. So oftentimes, like, things that make me mad in a situation like that is somebody beside me screaming. It's like, why are you screaming? Let's stay calm. Like, the way you're reacting, it's messing up my action. So the way he did that, he commanded that plane at that point. He said, hey, everybody sit down. We got to strap in. We going down. We are nosediving. He told Margaret, come into the room. He said, hey, just in case, tell your kids, speak into that box right now, because I don't know if I'm going to be, he didn't say I didn't know, but you kind of tell, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get us to where we need to get to. But if not, at least we're going to try everything we can. Let your people know. as far as when it came to it. So yeah, I like I said, when it comes to that, I do commend him. Well, commend him as an actor, but I do commend him in being able to hold his composure in a life-changing, life-shattering experience.
For sure. Diandre, what you think?
That scene, we're watching it again, so for the show, when you told me what movie we were watching, and I mean, obviously, I'm a big Denzel fan, and I watched it before, so to want to rewatch. That scene is very intense. It really is. Um, the whole thing about tell your son you love him, mommy loves you, and that show was one make you tear up a little bit. About that scene is that is even for the first time, if you watch the trailer, you know he's not going to die. At least he's not going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a spoiler. and so I know for a fact that he's not going to die. Whatever happens, he can fly. The door could open, the window could open, he can fly the damn airplane, and I know he's not going to die. That's the only thing bad about that was that I knew he wasn't going to die because it's about his story. Also, I mean, I don't know if it's a good time to say this as well. One thing, I love Flight. However, though, there was another movie that came out a little bit after Flight called Sully. And Sully's based on a true story. So I want to say right now, it's based on a true story. So I mean, kudos to Sully. However, though, I felt like they rushed and made Sully and just me personally, and I said to you before, I felt like this was the white savior. We have Flight was the black fucked up captain. Then you got the white savior captain right there too. And they both did the same exact thing. You watch Sully and you watch Flight, literally the same fucking thing that happened. And
okay, with Tom Hanks. Okay, I ain't never seen that.
Yeah. So
if you're gonna grab the white guy to do it, if you're gonna grab the white Denzel, why not?
Yeah, you got charge to do it. And you're wrong. I mean, I just felt like they rushed this Sully just to make sure that people know this is the right way to do right way to do it.
The white
way. Which was horrible to me because both scenes are intense as hell. But I'm always gonna compare both those movies because I watch both movies, and that's always gonna be fucked up for me.
Right. To where you feel like if you didn't see Sully, that this scene would have been more impactful for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely get that. That's unfortunate. But I thought it was crazy. Like during all of this, we lose two of our flight attendants. One of them was walking around. I have no idea why she wasn't buckled up. Bro. I think she was trying to close one of the bins.
Who cares? Sit down. Protect yourself. Watch your head.
That's too. Well, we saw what happened to that. She got a little crack.
Body was just flopping around.
Listen, that is a detail that I appreciated in this, and I know that might sound super dark, but the fact that her body was just moving around lifeless and the other stewardess is just looking. I know it's kind of fucked up. But then she unbuckled herself when the plane was upside down to go help a child, which she was able to help him. Mm-hmm. But by the time she got back to her seat, wasn't able to buckle up. She was a casualty. R.I.P. I think her name was Tina.
I think it was Katina or something like that.
Yeah.
Denzel's back.
That's the one. I think that's the one detail I do feel like we missed in the movie. Like, I wish we would have got how that family felt, because we didn't really get the reaction of the people of the actual plane. We just got the people, the workers of the plane. But seeing how that little boy, if he survived, like how that went, but just seeing that they're grateful for her. Although I feel like ultimately it was the decision made was based on her life personally. So yeah.
Yeah. So, probably something at her funeral could have been mentioned of like, she saved my son's life.
Oh, they did go to the funeral. You're right. They could have.
Yeah.
So her name was Katrina Martinez. Marquez. Sorry. The actor that played that role is Natalie Vasquez, who's in my second favorite show of all time, and that's The League. She's if you watch The League, she's Ruxin's wife. and I was shocked too because I watched this before I watched the league and like, oh shit, that's Ruxin's wife, and she's naked.
All the way.
She was butt ass naked in the beginning of this movie. It's like, oh shit. All right, well, thank you, but thank you, Flight.
Y'all see, I went past that, right?
You
Didn't
did.
even mention it.
I'm sorry, I bring that back, but she was. She was a whole crush of mine on that show, and I got to see some things that I wanted to see. So thank you.
Okay, I actually started. Well, I got through like half of season 1 of the league, and then I fell off. That was before I was really into shows. But that's Nick Carroll's show, right?
Yeah.
Which, of course, he did Big Mouth. So
dude
is hilarious.
Big Mouth. I haven't seen the last season yet, but Big Mouth is fucking amazing. If you haven't watched Big Mouth, please go watch it. It's amazing. Me and my podcast network mate, we talk about if Big Mouth should be played in like middle school or high school for sex ed.
Maybe season 1. They get a little crazy after
They do, but they hit things
yeah,
that middle school and high school students definitely should know. And
wait,
and
maybe y'all had sex ed?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
Maybe that's why I'm failing out here. All right, you can continue. You continue.
Oh, just get off the subject. Yes, I personally think that the Big Mouth probably should be watched.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Did y'all have to talk with y'all parents?
Well, I'll go to foster care, so no. I know it's kind of dark, but yeah, no. I listen. My dad was Philip Banks from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's who raised me. All right. So R.I.P. Uncle Phil, Daddy Phil.
Got you. What about you, Jazz? You get that talk?
No, I didn't, but I did have sex ed at school.
Yeah,
I just remember they was just like, if you have sex, you're going to hell.
See, I just remember learning about, your body's gonna start doing things.
Oh yeah.
I learned about what a wet dream is. So if you wake up with a wet spot, like I'm like, wait, what am I doing that's making a wet spot? Like that was never explained.
My son is 9 years old, and we caught him a couple days ago actually on YouTube, looked up kissing videos, right? And my fiance did not know how to handle this because I told her what happened because I wasn't supposed to saw, so I told her what happened, and she's immediately went to girls are evil, all that kind of good stuff. Girls are fast. Like, say, whoa. That's not the reason why I told you this. All right, no. Don't do that. No. It's okay for him to be curious about kissing and sex. I'm okay if he's curious about it. We're not gonna sit here and just bash because she's afraid that she's gonna do some things. All right, no. Have a conversation with the little boy. All right, and then no. Jesus takes a real.
Yeah. I mean, having that open dialogue and conversation is something that kids need. Makes a safe space for kids and parents. I ain't had that talk. I was just like, all right, doing that goes to hell. So let me try and make sure I keep myself out of hell as long as possible. I did pretty good. Two seats on the way to hell right now, though. Like,
yeah, damn, you were fucking like that. No,
chill out. Because I know I'm gonna have a friend that's gonna be going down there with me. Jason, you damn sure go.
Gotcha. Hey! Don't put me in here with you.
I'm pretty sure
if sex means I'm going to hell, I'm going there with gasoline draws on it. Look, I'll meet you there.
We can do the pod down there. I bet it's lit.
This is the end.
Save our money for air conditioning.
But we pretty much get the aftermath of the crash.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, when we see Whip in the hospital and we see all of the, obviously, organizations, people related to the union coming to talk to him, like, what was your thoughts of this? Because this movie, in my opinion, of course, it touched on a lot of very strong topics, but also gave us a behind the scenes of situations that happen that we kind of don't even think about, in my opinion. So, like, what did you think about this scene?
So with that, it was while it was a tragedy because it happened to him, you know, it's business as usual for the other people. It's like, yeah, it is. Because have you ever been hurt at? Have you ever been hurt at work?
I haven't.
Have you ever been hurt at work again? So when I worked at Home Depot, I got hurt. I got wrote up for it, and it was like, damn, why? Like, I got hurt at work. Why am I being wrote up? And it's always the thing of they looking for somebody to be liable for a situation. They don't want to be the one to get sued. They don't want to, you know, whatever their situation is, they want to make sure, um, they want to make sure all the bases are covered. But in most cases, they're not. They're definitely gonna try to make you at fault in that situation. So at this point, I'm looking at it like, all right, so they about to try to see what it is that you did in this situation to fuck up. How did you fuck this up? Whip? Like, what did you do? So that's what I was thinking. Like, damn, but then you get that on top of you just found out, you know, you killed 6 people, or not necessarily you killed them, but they was in your that was on your it was on your duty. You know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure. And I feel like Denzel's acting in this, and I know Jason, you definitely gonna speak on it, but like in this scene, it was so graphic that he had blood in his eye, and as he was talking to his
okay,
friend,
I wasn't tripping in that. I always thought I was like, man, look at
no,
that blood tear.
it was that blood tear came down. I was just like, oh shit. I was like, whoo. And I was like, did y'all put something in there? I was like, oh, Denzel's still in this. And then he even had a moment when he got his phone and he was just trying to collect himself everything that just happened. Like Bay gone, a co-worker gone, and then those other people that died. It was just, but then his friend reassured him, like, so many people survived this crash thanks to you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like a lot of stuff to take in. But, you know, he gets his cell phone. He calls his bestie, his dealer. Diandre, what did you think about Hailing Mays that came in to, and I love, Jason, I know you've seen Fallen, but Diandre, have you seen the movie Fallen?
I've seen Fallen.
Did y'all catch, and maybe you didn't because I've seen Fallen so many times, but as when John Goodman was walking into the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
he was listening to the same song that was in Fallen, which both of them starred in. As soon as I heard that, I immediately was just like, oh shit. I was shrugging my shoulders.
I didn't catch it. I knew the song was playing, but I didn't catch it though.
Yeah.
What was the song called? Do, 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 do. I don't know the name of the song or the lyrics, but like "Be Myself" some shit like that. I know it's an old school song, like
yeah, it's a definitely old song.
Yeah. First of all, I'm on a list. Now I hear that because when I first watched this movie, I say shit all the time when I go places. Yeah. I'm here. I'm on a list. Like I go to my mom's house. I'm on a list. I say shit now. Now that shit's in my head. I'm gonna start doing that shit now. Yeah, I'm on a list. All right. He was listen. Dealing aside, he was a rider. He was a whole rider for you. It's a whole rider. Listen, I need you to go to my house, get all my shit, get my VO package from the freezer, like get all that shit for me.
Mm-hmm.
You want me getting US doing some weed, some coke, some Xannies, all that kind of good shit. Like, what you need? Just do that shit. I'm done with this shit. You done with this shit? Yeah, I'm done with this shit. give me all my shit I need. Okay, I got you. But he was a whole. I mean, he wasn't a dealer, but he was his friend as well. He's a. You could say at the end he was a bad friend, but he was still a rider nonetheless. So I mean, I do kind of bang with his friend.
Yeah, I thought it was funny because like when he came in, he was like, you know, I got your drugs, I got your alcohol, I got your porn, like whatever you need. And he brought all of that and cigarettes.
Go-to bag.
Right. I mean, it's always good to have friends like that. Now, hopefully you need something that holds you accountable for what you did. But he was just basically telling him, like, you know, everybody's calling you a hero. You're never going to have to pay for another drink again. Which an alcoholic love to hear that. They're just like, oh shit, all I can drink? That's like when I hear bottomless mimosas. Yes. So, but I'm not that heavy into it. I ain't on no whip vibes. But No, I thought that was it was entertaining, and then he was just like he's gonna pick him up the next day. And obviously, with an accident like this, you're not gonna be able to sleep. Whip wasn't able to sleep. He's like, you know what? Let me go take a walk. And we see our two timelines, storylines meet. Obviously, I'm on Loki vibes, but we see the two timelines that we have Nicole already in the stairwell, and Whip comes through and sees her. Jason, what was your thoughts of this entire stairwell scene? Because I think this was one of the deepest scenes in this movie. So I'm curious of your thoughts.
So one, you got Whip is like he Captain Save-A-Ho. So he's in there trying to he's got one eye. He's still cooking. He don't give a damn about that. He trying to see what's up with her, what she on, what the vibes. And you see this one gentleman with cancer, who's sneaking up the alleyway. And I do feel like he dropped a lot of bars in this scene. But he was also the comedic timing for his character was like on point as well. So him like smoking, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my cancer with this cigarette. So this, like I said, I think this scene was heavy. And now that we know what this is, it was a trauma bond between them in this actual, in this hour. So
yeah. Diandre, what you think about it?
So this scene right here is actually true. If you like work or at least on TV, I'm saying that a lot of people will meet to smoke cigarettes at the stairway, and on the roof or something like that, and uh. And you see, got dark humor as well. Listen, one of my favorite shows is A Thousand Ways to Die. I'm not gonna lie, it is. It really, it is. A Thousand Ways to Die was fucking hilarious to me. And one of the episodes was a guy that was smoking on the stairway, and he had these benches and stuff, but he like for some reason it was soaked with something. So when he flicked the cigarette, yeah, it blew up like he caught on fire and he died that way. So anyway,
that was the way to die.
That's way to die. But this scene was powerful because you got to see the vulnerable side of three characters. One person is about to die of cancer. He cared, but he doesn't care. And then you see the impact on her. Like you see that he's about to die in this place to where I almost died. So this was a very, very, very powerful scene.
Yeah, for sure. And I was able to jot down some of the comments that he said during this dialogue, which I thought was like heavy, because he told them, he was like, he had a very rare type of cancer. And so he feels like God chose him. And he was like, well, of course God chose me to have this cancer because I've been praying for him to take it away from me, and he didn't. And so he's just saying all of these different things. And he was just like, you'd be crazy not to believe in God. And a lot of characters in this movie kept bringing up God. And so he was just like, he saw how Nicole was looking at Whip, because he was over here trying to give Nicole,
yes,
like, you're so beautiful. But then it was just, he looked at Whip and he was just like, you survived a plane crash, and then you meet a beautiful woman in the hallway. And he was like, this is just like destiny. Like, Whip's not seeming like he's actually collecting or hearing any of the stuff that this guy is saying. But his character, it got really deep, and I was just like, damn. Because he was just like, when you know that you're about to die, like every breath, you cherish it.
My question is, you say you got dark humor. My question is, did you think that the guy with cancer, did you think that he saw that shit just so he can get his dick wet one more time before he dies?
I mean, there's a possibility, because
he lost.
I mean, he was pressing a little bit. He was pressing a little bit, like, you're beautiful, la la la, my hair. I mean, I think you're trying to get his dick wet before he dies. Get down the street.
He was cooking, but it's like, I got cancer. He just saved 100 people on the plane. She gonna get that pussy to him. Like,
he thought about it. He thought listen, I got cancer, but he just chasing people. Like, oh, goddamn. I mean, it's not a blowout. It's more of like a 40, 45, 55 with him. But
I'm gonna tell you when he knew he lost. He was like, "Oh shit, I see the traces on your arm." He was trying to put basically put it down, like not put it down, but he trying to drop her stock a little bit, so Whip wouldn't be
wait.
like,
wait. You thought he was trying to say like she an addict, like maybe that he would leave the stairwell to where it's just them.
Like he'd get him out the paint. Like, hey, you got traces on your arm. Okay, we see you got some addiction going on.
Wow.
And then
y'all just made that shit up. Ain't no way y'all thought that, because I was just
I
wrapped in everything.
I did.
I did.
Y'all really thought he was trying to fuck?
Yes, yeah. They came in there for some cigarettes.
Listen. God's truth, and I don't know about anybody else, but this is how most men think. That I personally think most men think. I am about to die. All right, I don't give a fuck. All right, I think she's beautiful, and she out here smoking and shit. She might be easier. She might give a cancer man one more try. I'm trying to get some pussy. All right? I am about to die. All right? Don't listen. Don't let me say I got 6 months to live. It's a wrap. I'm fucking everything. It's a wrap. Everything that's legal. There was there you go right there. But anybody giving pussy is a wrap. It's a wrap. There you go. 24 and older. Got to be 24. 21 might not be 21. 24 and older, I'm fucking everything. There you go. 6 months, I'm going to get my 6 months worth.
Yeah. I mean, hearing it from what you guys are saying, I guess I'll look at it differently when I go back. And I'm like, okay. He did something like he was trying to holler, but then he was just like, all right, she's not checking for me.
And he left. And Denzel like, I'm gonna come visit you. She was like, man, please, you're not fit to shit.
Yeah, you want back?
And Denzel was coming for that.
He was like, what's your address? With one eye. I was like, okay. I mean, he was her knight in shining armor, but then that kind of switched.
Didn't even give her the old school, what's your name, what's your sign shit. Listen, I'm a captain. I say people, what's your address? that was it. Yeah, man.
Nah, but yeah, that was wild. But I was glad that we got to see their storylines pretty much come together. So we got the next day, Whip or Haley takes Whip to his grandfather's cabin. So that's when he was his farm. So that's where he was pretty much going to be at, I guess, till things like kind of died down.
Mm-hmm.
He threw away all his alcohol, y'all. He had a lot, like,
bruh, like
weed. He had a lot of things. Weed, coke, like he threw all that shit down the toilet. And I felt happy for him too. Like, oh, listen. The first watch, I'm like, oh, go, get life together. There you go. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did too.
Clap for him and shit. And then that one thing happened. It's like, oh, well, there you go.
I mean, I feel like he was expecting it though. He was waiting on that call. He was waiting for the lawyers and everybody to come through, because he was just sitting there like the plane was trash. And that's what he told his friend when he first woke up. He was like, the plane was just, it was nothing we could do. It's like, it was kind of high and drunk. He was just ignoring that whole fact. But Jason, what'd you think about when he got that call of breakfast the next morning?
So when he got that, this is when we go meet back up with Charlie, and we see Hugh, right? We talking about, we meet up with
Rhodey.
Yeah, Rhodey. So pretty much like I said back previously, this is when they're basically telling him they're trying to blame you. We see your toxicology report, and you was on a 2.4, my boy. You was drunk out of your fucking mind, and you landed this plane. Like, that's amazing. Like, but you had enough to but he was telling them within this, because of this, and you was drunk, that's life in prison. Based on the number of deaths because you operated a plane when you was above the legal limit. So that was is this the climax? I think that may have been the climax of the movie, to me at least. Because it's like, because I mean, you knew about the crash. Now it's like, are they gonna be able to prove he did or did not? Because it's like, shit, they got the report. They automatically did that as soon as you went to the hospital. You ain't got no say or nothing in that situation.
You passed out, about to be dead. We ain't ask you for nothing.
I do want to say that he's literally one of the best lawyers I've ever seen in cinema, period. One of the best lawyers I ever saw. Listen. He got, I mean, not to go above the movie, but he did everything to keep this man out of jail.
He did.
He when Charlie was going to bat for this man.
Oh my God. Every single thing got the toxic party report dropped. Blame get to the whole diagnostics on the plane. Got that shit. Everything, even the bottles, which we're gonna talk about soon, but even the bottles, he had a plan for that, which is kind of heartbreaking for the bottles part. But he's still one of the best lawyers ever saw on TV or in cinema, period.
I'm gonna talk about one that this movie is compared to. I'm gonna talk about one here soon.
Of lawyers?
Of lawyers, yes.
Okay.
I mean, Brody did a pretty good job.
He did the best he can, what he had.
This is true. This is definitely true. But and we see after that meeting, Whip got a bit aggressive at breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
But what you expect, so that's when he was just like, oh, I remember her address. I didn't write it down. I just remembered. That's how you know it's real.
He know the area. They in Atlanta. It ain't gonna take too much to look for.
So, actually, never mind. Actually, no. So, if you meet somebody out in an area that you're familiar with, and they just like, give me your address, you gonna remember the address, the number, and everything right then and there without writing it down.
She told him. She told him.
You said
if you try to get some pussy, you did right.
Hey, the power of the P. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But
you are damn right.
She told him the area though. She didn't give him the address. She told him like the apartment complex that she was in. So that wouldn't be hard. And it was in Atlanta. Like, you got to get there at that point.
Last time I was driving around Atlanta, Peachtree was everywhere. I'm like, it was one behind me. So I'm just like, what? Here's one in front of me. Like, which is which? So, yeah. I guess maybe it's easier now.
Jazz, I'm gonna be honest. You just ain't that dedicated for it. It's okay. Like I'm gonna figure it out.
Right.
I'll figure it out. Give me a flashlight on the cell phone. I'm gonna get everything done.
Listen, as soon as I find out how far it is, I'm like, ooh.
You see the hesitation in that? See me, I'm be like, damn, within that time, how many different ways can I prepare myself before I get here? Like, I'm trying to see if I got time to eat, go to the bathroom, shut. Like, it's so many different things that I'm thinking of or planning in that time. Like, I ain't tripping. I'm never tripping on. Well,
I mean, he wasn't either though. I mean, he would drop his shit there. Like he for some reason, I'm pretty sure I'm surprised it wasn't Hennessy because Hennessy give you that right. If it was on that, if he was drinking that, then I guarantee he thought he was getting some pussy. That's a guarantee right there. He was drinking Hennessy right there. If you try to get that Henny dick, he was guaranteed thought he was getting some pussy.
Hey, but look though, Denzel was real smooth when he pulled up on her. Like, he pulled up, she damsel, like Jazz said, knight in shine on the damsel in distress. He pulled up like, hold up, my boy. You need to don't be doing this. You in here haggling a woman about some money, you broke ass nigga. What you need? He was like, it's $1,100. But he said, how much you taking in cash? I'm not getting it. It's $700. Here go $400. Like, bro, how you gonna give me $400 and make me accept it?
Yeah, because I'm sitting here like, wait a minute.
$700.
I would have been like, first off, I'm not broke. She owes me rent. I need to make sure this unit is paid for and taken care of. But he did get bitched though, because he was just like, go take that box and take it to her car downstairs.
And he made him put the box in the car. I would have knocked the cat.
Fuck that! You out $700. That's a lot. That's a lot. You owe she owe 1,100. Okay, I take 7, so I was gonna be only out 4. Okay, here's 4. Number 7. Fuck you. No way out. You owe me 700.
I would have been telling everybody he was drinking on that plane if I was the damn landlord. Like, I saw the plane from where I was at. A bottle came out of his hand from what I saw. He was drinking. I would have been lying to everything. Like, give me my money. But, I mean, I guess he felt very comfortable with Nicole because now she's staying with him.
Bruh, like you moved a bitch in the same. That's some nigga shit. That is some real nigga shit. You moved a bitch in the first day. Like, you ain't even. And secondly, so Denzel Washington is famously, I don't know if this is a rumor or it's true, but we're gonna talk about it today. Famously, was in Pelican Brief with Julia Roberts, one of my favorite white women ever. And he refused to kiss this bitch. Let me not call her a bitch, but to kiss Nicole. Bitch. But like, when did this rule change? Like, I guess 20 years can make a nigga do some different things.
Maybe he found out something about Julia. And he was like, nah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can't do it.
Julia was a pretty woman, you know.
I'm taking Julia. I'm power driving Julia through the Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock, man, come on.
And that was young Denzel.
Young Julia.
Hell, but you realize that 20 years, I mean, you season now. Your brain is on different level. I am not the same person 20 years ago that I was today. I mean, I'm what 15, 20 years ago, but still, I'm not the same person 20 years ago. So he probably like, listen, I mean, acting's acting. I don't give a damn. I'll kiss this lovely young lady.
He had Eva Mendes in Training Day.
She's not white.
God.
She's not white,
but she's not white. But Jesus.
Oh, so it has to be a white actress?
Yeah, he said he wasn't kissing a white woman.
Yeah, for real.
Wait, no. He kissed no. Come on, he kissed my woman, Malcolm X.
Oh.
So he just didn't like Julia. Oh my God, what is wrong? What was she doing? I want that mouth though. Okay, what was the next part?
Nicole is at the house and she is massaging his knee.
Come on, Jazz. What are we doing? The knee? That's where you gonna start at? She could have started at the head.
But no, she saw him in pain, so she was just like, I am a masseuse, so let me go ahead and relieve some pain.
She didn't get them 2,000 for that.
She didn't.
She got a place to stay though.
But you could have got that with 500 in 2012. Oh hell yeah, you could have got you a spot to stay for a month for 500 in 2012. But she wanted some of that chocolate Whip. He was a hero.
He was.
Does that make her a groupie?
Nah.
No, because because there's no evidence that they smashed.
Huh? It's definitely she woke up naked the next morning. Like,
I mean, listen.
You think that? Wait, you telling me Denzel? Denzel ain't close in a closet?
Listen. We don't know. From the evidence,
look, Diandre,
all we saw was a girl butt ass naked.
Diandre, Diandre, she visiting this man in jail. You think he ain't smashed it?
Oh, he probably definitely smashed. But all I'm saying is the evidence. They're not there to smash.
Oh, the evidence said he ate that booty. That's the evidence.
the face that he was giving was that was good. I did everything to her last night. That's what his face was giving. And I'm just saying.
So this is gonna be fucked up, but during the anal asking, right? She looked at the dick, was like, "Nah, I can't put that in me." But then had Denzel was like,
but wait, there's no proof that they did anal. She might not do anal, or she might not do anal for porn.
Okay, I'm just saying. She looked at the dick like you stick it in you stick her thing in you, like that was way too big. All I'm saying is that she compared dicks. So I'm saying. There you go.
Hey man, you can't win. You can't win every. You gotta learn how to play within your abilities and do what you can with what you got.
I feel like this went to a direction of like, Denzel got a little dick. I hope not. That was terrible. Oh no, please no. I'll just keep. Well, I ain't never thought about that anyway.
Oh my God. So I'm pretty sure all the moms did though. Every single black mom thought about Denzel dick. I'm saying, yeah, I'm putting out there. Every single black mom, if you 30, if you 45, 55 and older, you thought about Denzel Washington dick. There you go. I said it.
We saw his cheeks in this movie. We passed that scene, so it's fine. But we definitely saw his cheeks in this movie.
So,
but Brody stops by.
Yeah. Okay.
He stops by. He's like, I need to take you somewhere. And we go to the crash site.
Mm-hmm.
And so it seems like at this moment, Whip is able to actually tell him shit that he already knew. He was just like, yeah, I drank the night before. I drank that morning and I was doing coke. And Brody was like, or Hugh, is that? Hugh was like, yeah, I already know about all that. And he was just like, that's when he pretty much mentioned like this entire crash was like the act of God. It just like this wasn't the scene yet when he told him that he had multiple people run that scenario. That was when they were getting ready for that other meeting. But this is just him telling, they're looking at the crash site, and then he's just telling the lady that's going to be asking him the questions of, everything that happened. And he was just like, you need to be sober.
Yeah.
Not halfway sober, not somewhat sober, like all the way.
Yeah, it was that. And he told him the airline owner wants to meet him as well.
Right. How did y'all feel about that exchange? I'm gonna go to you first, Diandre, because we see the airline, and we actually, it's funny because it's one of those scenes where you kind of get like a background dialogue of what happens behind the scenes of a business owner, billionaire that owns an airline, that owns all of this other stuff. Like, so what you think about this scene of them actually speaking to the airline owner?
Does he know he's going to jail? That's one of the most fucked up lines to me, because his lawyer was trying to tell him like, listen, I'm good at my job. He said, listen, somebody got to take this L. Somebody got to take this L, and if it's going to be me, then look up somebody else too. Like, like so somebody got to take this L, and that gave me a glimpse of just big business. Like your plane literally killed everybody but killed 6 people out in there. That's manslaughter at least. And all you gotta do is write a fucking check.
Bruh. Not liable for a situation at all, but you put it up there. His main concern was, that's cool. Just don't let this fuck up my business.
Yeah. I'll get it. I'll get them with the lives and like that. How much is the check? And let's keep the shit going.
I thought this exchange was wild because it kind of reminded me of The Wire, which this actor was also in The Wire. But he was just like, who I need to pay so they don't go sniffing around my other businesses. Because I don't want them seeing what's going on over there. And I thought it was even crazy because Hugh was saying, no, you don't write 6 checks. You're only writing 4 because the other 2 were airline workers.
Crazy.
So they're not, you're not even responsible to them because they already know the job is dangerous.
They don't get anything for that.
They don't get anything. It's like their family will probably get a check, but they're not gonna get nothing as hefty as the other 4 are gonna get because they know the dangers of this position. Yeah,
and I like who's like I like this guy. He makes me want to go do some lines and fly a jet myself. You know that guy belongs in jail. You know he belongs in jail. He says 6 deaths of manslaughter, yeah, he deserves life in prison.
It's crazy when you see people that are evil talk about other people that are evil, and they just like
It's
go back and
always
forth.
it's always that the greater. I mean, what's that? The lesser of the evils.
Lesser two evils.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But this man, he leaves this. He getting drunk. Like he go home and get messed up again. So messed up, he passed out on the floor.
Nicole just sitting there like, all right, I ain't picking your ass up. Let me go get you a blanket.
Yeah, the fuck I'm gonna do with you?
So
way too big.
So I was gonna ask y'all, do you guys have a favorite scumbag? Like a favorite scumbag from a movie or a TV show? Because Denzel was a straight scumbag in this. Like, and I think that's why I have such a high regard, because I don't think I've seen Denzel be so much of a scumbag. Even as Alonzo, he was more of a scumbag here, in my eyes. But can y'all think of a movie or a TV show that y'all have a scumbag or somebody else just like, I like this guy. He ain't worth shit, but I'm with it. Like I get the shiciness. Like you might think of Grey Worm, Jazz. No, not Grey Worm, but what's the nigga name? They got his throat slit. Littlefinger. Like somebody like that, like the scum. You just like, I fuck with him.
I mean,
that's actually good. No, I hate Littlefinger.
Yeah.
No, I can't be
Littlefinger. I think Cersei would be mine outside of.
I mean, but I feel like she was a full-on villain. But then you have your side characters that's just moving around like snakes.
Is Denzel not a villain?
No. He's more of an anti-hero.
Who?
He's more of an anti-hero. He's not a villain.
That nigga's a villain.
He's not a villain. Let's listen.
He may beat his son. He beat his son up.
He didn't beat his son. He had that fucking choke.
That's one of that's one of them
crackhead.
That's one of them like crackhead uncle type situations, or like the big cousin, like they keep fucking with you, like you don't vibe with them, but like they keep messing with you.
He didn't beat his ass though. He just held him tight.
He not an anti-hero, bro. That nigga's a villain.
To me, it wasn't a villain. But to answer your question though, I do have two.
Okay.
Stifler from the American Pie.
I fucked Stifler's mom.
Yes, and I would have fucked Stifler's mom too. I'm not gonna lie to you. You give me a chance. Rap for her, and not in that movie. But if you ever watched a movie called Soul Man with Bernie Mac.
She's in The Watcher too.
But she giving Velveteen rubs in The Watcher. She took her teeth out and then she took her teeth out and get brains from head. So I'm just saying. If you ever watch Soul Man, there you go. That shit is hilarious. Underrated.
Soul Man is that's one of them ones for real.
Oh my god! And then my next one, let's talk about the league. Ruxin. Ruxin is an asshole for real, but everybody loves him though. So those are my two.
I'm trying to think. I'm gonna say Lola from Big Mouth. She's not all that much of a villain, but she's annoying, but she's entertaining.
Is that the girl that Nick liked in the beginning, at the very, very beginning?
Nah,
she's the big one, right?
Yeah. Lola
that's how. She's blind. She's blind. Blonde. Oh, he's talking like. I think a guy does her voice, right?
Yeah, I think Nick Kroll actually does her voice. Actually.
Okay. Yeah. I know you're talking about.
I don't know. That bitch is funny though.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
But go ahead, Jason.
Oh, I was just saying, but he finally wakes up. He steps outside and he sees Nicole on the porch. And this is, I feel like, one of the first true bumps in the road when someone is trying to better themselves. I think she was super aware of herself to know, like, if I don't get this fixed, this could probably be the end. And it kind of goes into what you said previously, Jazz, like them two at the crossroad. Not at the, I think you said at the crossroad of this, the life that they live in is going to kill them. Like if they continue to live this, and she wants to do better, but she also wants to try to get him in a better path as well. So I think they have their mama and daddy conversation to see how they, how their parents are, what their parents are doing today. So that was a pretty good conversation.
And I think it was good that you got this kind of dialogue because you see that they both came from loving parents or parent instead of something like traumatic that happened to them when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Now I understand that Whip's father passed away, but like
mama too.
Mom did too.
Right, yeah. And then
Nicole didn't know. Yeah, Nicole just didn't know her dad, but her mom.
Yeah. Her mom had a really good relationship. And so that but was it confirmed that that's why she started using drugs?
I think it wasn't confirmed, but I definitely believe it because she said that her mom kept it to herself until her final 7 months. And then she said that was like some of the best times of her life, but then, she ended up going. So I can see why that would take you on a downward spiral. There's better methods, but who am I to judge or tell somebody what to do?
Yeah.
When they're
coping. And I thought it was very impactful what her character is saying to Whip. Like, my mother loved me. She really loved me. And so normally when you have characters like this that are substance abuse users, they don't really speak on positive childhoods growing up. It's more like traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
Something bad happened to them. And so we get something different from her character. And so I didn't really appreciate it until my rewatch. And I was just like, damn, probably because I saw like where the direction she was going. Because now you see their paths were kind of in line, but now they're kind of splitting up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's just like, I'm trying to get clean. And you were falling on the floor, spilling all this beer. I'm like, I ain't mopping that shit up.
You did try to help him though. I mean, not to go forward, but listen, I'm about to go to this AA meeting. I mean,
right?
Listen, you want to roll with me? Listen, man. Listen, all you gotta do is just sit there. And he couldn't handle it. I don't know if you ever been to AA. So I've never been on drugs. I mean, thank you, Lord, but I've never been on drugs. Although I did date someone, their father was on AA before, and I've been to a couple meetings, and those stories are rough. I mean, Jesus, they are a handful. And then he couldn't handle the one story; just bounced. He couldn't handle it, and then she got up to her wit with her like with him. Like, I can't be here no more. I gotta go. Sorry, bounce. But she did try to help him as much as she could.
Yeah, but but truthfully, it's not her place to do that. If he can't help himself, nobody can help him. So that was a path or a journey. Unfortunately, he had to figure out for himself whenever it came around for him. But of course, kind of like when you said, he can't take it. We're gonna also go back to the funeral. He goes to his girl's funeral. He super sad, super upset, but he sees Margaret. But before he sees Margaret, he seen the child that she was praying to, looking out, saying she loved you to. Then he's like, I'm Margaret's son. And then he's talking to Margaret, but of course he's trying to still cover up his lies. He's trying to cover up every secret. He's trying to get her to lie for him. If that was y'all, what would y'all have done if y'all was Margaret?
That's tough.
And so it's tough. No, you freak first because
I was gonna say it's tough because it's one of the things where it's just like, the mental state, the physical state, everything that he was in at that moment was completely wrong. But then it's just like, if he wasn't in that state, and I'm gonna keep going back to that, would he have been able to land that plane? Would he have been able to save as many lives? And so, especially because she said that they've been flying together for 11 years. She probably like, he ain't really ever had a kind of situation like this before, and he always drunk and high. So this is the first time it's happened in 11 years. So then it's just like, well, maybe it was more so on the plane than on him. I guess trying to find some kind of logic or an excuse to make it feel less on him. Because if it's somebody that you've been working with that long and you got respect for, you don't want to kind of put all the blame on them. But I say all that to say, I don't know if I would have snitched on him.
I definitely would have not snitched on him. Here's the thing, Jazz right. 11 years with this man, and I already know that he's been doing this shit for 11 years. So the first thing is, if I snitch now, what's gonna happen to me knowing that this motherfucker been doing this shit for 11 years and I've known about it? That's the first thing. Second thing is, it's not his fault that the plane went down like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. High or drunk or not, he still saved my life when that plane was destined to fuck up. So as of right now, I'm going to save your life, but then leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. Bingo.
Leave
We done. We done. We're done.
Yeah.
Our relationship is done after that because of what you're trying to make me do.
Yeah, and it's the wrong time to ask that shit as well.
Yeah.
You literally asking that the women that you're fucking funeral. That's the wrong time to ask that fucking question.
And I was wondering, and I was wondering if they were going to come back up to if she found out what they were doing the night before. Clearly, she a chatty patty. Why you telling all our business, bitch? Like you doing too much talking.
Look, you gotta send something to the group text like, girl, you know what it? Captain. Me and Captain.
Bro, this man, look, man. I don't like that. I don't like that, dog. Let me see. Oh, so Whip goes to the bar, finds out the co-pilot is up. The co-pilot is up, so he makes it to the hospital to go check on him. And you see, happy to be alive, blessed to be alive.
The final word check. he didn't come to check on this motherfucker. He just made sure that the motherfucker didn't snitch.
That's what it was.
No, check. There was no kindness in his heart that wanted to go check on that motherfucker. I'm pretty sure he didn't like this motherfucker at all. All right. He just want to make sure this motherfucker didn't snitch.
Man, go ahead, Jay.
Okay, so was this scene kind of weird for y'all? And I don't mean how it started. I mean how it ended. Because like
with the prayer?
No, the wife was giving me like cultish vibes.
Hallelujah.
And it was how she was saying like, praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus.
Like every time
Hallelujah.
her husband drops a bar, like, you know, we were doomed soon as you sat down. Praise Jesus. And he was just like, you would smell like rum. Praise Jesus. And I was like, all right, let's spread it out a little bit.
But Jesus made you come to that plane this day. Praise Jesus, glory to God, hallelujah. Like it was weird to see that to hear that all the damn time. However, though, again, even if I'm the guy co-pilot, I probably still don't snitch either. To be honest, true.
Yeah,
you still gotta run me a fade. You still gotta fucking hand me a box. I mean, that's what happened. I mean, listen. You have to sit in the wheelchair with me, and we just hand it out. But you gotta run me a fade. However, though, again, the only reason why I'm not super mad at him, even as a co-pilot, is because it wasn't his fault.
Mm-hmm.
He did save my life. He did save everyone's life but 6 people. Mm-hmm. It was not his fault. That's the only reason I'm giving him the slightest fucking pass, but he still got to run me a fade. You know.
Let me ask y'all this. The 4 people that were passengers, what row do you think they were sitting in?
In the front. They got to be in the front.
I think that 6th row, because he said, Hugh was like, if you was in that 6th row, it would almost like being hit by a freight train when you hit the ground. I think it was in that row there.
So this was probably the best time to sit in the back?
Yeah. Because now, guys, now I get those. I don't know if you fly, you go to the kiosk and say you want to upgrade. Now you got to think about that shit now. Like, do I mean 27F sounds really good right now?
Exactly.
I don't know what to say. So, so this is when Denzel begins working on the plane. He was trying to do everything except be accountable in like the craziest of ways. She, Nicole makes it home. She goes into the room or the barn. He's working on this plane. You see a lot of liquor, not liquor bottle, but beer bottles. You see some lines of Coke lined out. He's just in them up tripping, like big time tripping. And he tells her she want to fly to Jamaica. And then she told him he to get some help. Go to rehab. And then this one kind of used her trauma against her. So he go to 2 meets and now I need help. We not the same. I don't suck dick for a high. And I was like, wait a minute, Denzel. She wouldn't even take dick for a high. So I don't think she's sucking dick, brother.
I was like, where did that come from? Like, that was kind of fucked up that he said that. And he just said it so smooth. Like, he probably practiced that in the mirror a lot before this scene.
The nigga said, I don't suck dick to guy high. You're sick. Yeah, I embrace it. Like, bro.
Yeah, so was it Jamaica or was it Bahamas?
Jamaica.
It was Jamaica. So the story was that him and his brother flew that plane from there to the Bahamas. Now, I just did some math on Google, and Google just told me that that's 1,100 miles from Atlanta to Jamaica, and then back in that rusty, fucked up plane. Listen, I agree with her 100%. You want me to go? You want to do what on that plane? Go where? Motherfucker, get the fuck out of my face!
Hey, but it's kind. I think it goes into what you said in the beginning. Would you let him fly your plane? Shit, after I done seen the way he living his life, hell the fuck no. I'm not fit to do no, sir.
But I mean, he kind of told her why he was trying to go. He's just like, yeah, so I might be going to jail, and I need to leave the country. That's what it is. It's not just to go on a vacation. I need to get up out of here. And he was trying to manipulate her after this entire fight. Now, he definitely didn't smash that night. I don't think he got any ass that night.
She might have put him to sleep, put him on to go to sleep so you can dip up out of there.
He was already high and drunk. All you got to do is flick him in his nose. He probably would have passed out. Like, he's sleeping. He only pushed to sleep for that shit.
But Nicole, she leaves. She leaves him a letter. And then he gets mad, throws a bottle up against the wall. And then Charlie calls. And this is when they meet up. But while they're getting ready to meet up, he's pouring more liquor into the OJ bottle. So he probably just do this in real life or something because he was too smooth with it. I don't know. Or maybe it wasn't his hands. I don't know when he was doing it. And they kind of told him we got your toxicology report thrown out. We got act of God as a probable cause for the plane crash. It's no longer about him, but the condition of the plane. But my nigga, we found 2 bottles of liquors we found 2 bottles of vodka on this plane. And he was like, well, the only problem with that is there was 3 bottles of vodka that I drank. He said, you know what? I knew you was a scumbag when I met you, but man, what the fuck is wrong with you?
He was just being honest. He was like, look, I don't know where that other one went because it should be 3. He was just being transparent.
We don't need you to be transparent now, my brother.
You need to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
And this is why, while Hugh is a decent lawyer, Annalise Keating, aka Viola Davis, is a much better lawyer because this situation here made me think. If you watch How to Get Away with Murder,
definitely did.
You would know what I'm talking about. But if you didn't, this is a spoiler alert. They killed Wes on the show. When they killed Wes, they tried to frame Annalise. Same situation her husband, Denzel Washington, was in. I say husband because of fences, but if you didn't do the math, there you go. I got it for you. And in this situation, to get the blame off of her, but to also clear the rest of the kids, they put all the information, all the deaths, everything that they had onto her dead student that she watched raise up until she was a kid. So I'm going to flip this back to this story. They're trying to get Denzel to say that the liquor bottles that they had weren't his, and he needs to blame his girlfriend. The girlfriend that obviously he was in love. I don't know if he was in love with her, but he cared about her.
He was, because he was talking about making her his second wife. Now she said, whoa, puppy. No. But he was like, definitely.
He definitely loved it. I mean, because he didn't, he wouldn't have, the ending would happen like that.
Right. Love had to be there.
Yeah.
So wait. So if this was y'all throwing y'all dead lover under the bus?
Stay out of here. You think I'm about to ruin my life? No, you good. It was look.
So God is true. She's right. I mean, I'm like, yes. Listen. If we're in the same situation, and I'm dead, I don't want my lover to go to jail and stuff like that. Listen. I'm already dead. Nothing's gonna happen to me. Blame it on me. But yes, I drank 15 bottles of vodka. There you go. I'm already dead. What the fuck gonna do to me? That's what it is.
Does it make me toxic if I'm a spirit and I'm like, he better not put them bottles on me?
Yeah.
If I'm like, yo, he lying, like test my, well, her test came back failed anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I would feel a way if I was a spirit seeing him lie on me, but I would get it. I would haunt him for a while though. I'd be like, yo, I'm about to knock over all his shit like a ghost.
Yeah, and then that's they basically said they ran 10 simulations on sober pilots and nobody was able to do it the way that you did it. So we know you're good at this.
So this, and I'm only speaking from a professional of being QA, I'm going to recreate the same scenario that happened. I'm not testing 10 sober pilots because we had a high drunk pilot. So I'm going to get some of them.
No, you can't do that.
I know you can't do that, yeah. but you can't sit up here and say, like you didn't recreate the scenario how it was in the field. Is all I'm saying. That's all.
No, you are 100% right, but you technically you can't. You can't give anyone leeway to think that he was drunk. As your lawyer, you have to have everybody sober.
So
if you test people that's drunk, you're saying that he might have been drunk.
I get that, but just to figure it out, I guess if I got like an extra person who I don't need to document that is taking this test, I'm like, yo, here go a line of coke, take you some shots. I need you drunk, and let me see if you can land this plane. Now, if the one that is coked up and drunk can land that plane, then you see a pilot that is drunk and off cocaine can land a plane the way that he did. So he wasn't special. It was the coke he was on.
So he was Cocaine Bear before the Cocaine Bear is what you telling me.
I mean, shit, you think about it, had different effects. So I'm curious, who had a better coke? Him or the bear? I would say Denzel. Whip.
So Jazz, my question is though, because God is true, because I really want to know, if you're going to take the simulation and have one of the pilots drunk and high, do you get a pilot that's known to be drunk and high?
Exactly. I was just going to say that. Like,
or you get a sober pilot and fuck their life up.
I would get a repeat offender. I would definitely get a repeat offender. I can't get nobody new that's just like, this is my first time double dutch. No.
But Jay, I think you're losing your wings if you ain't no such thing as a repeat offender. You out of here if you do that.
Yeah.
Like, but you got people that work with him for 11 years that know his activities, Jason. So you need to talk to the right people.
Yeah, that's just hush. They ain't snitch. If you know somebody that is already a repeat offender, that means that they got caught already.
Yeah. I mean, is it snitching?
It's not if you don't if they just like, look, I ain't seen no bumps. I mean, but his homeboy who works for the union was like, he's a hard drinker. So I feel like they knew his activities, but nothing ever happened for them to throw up the red flags until this particular scenario. I mean, we've all had those jobs where we know certain people participate in certain activities, but you just like, look, they get their job done, so I'm gonna mind my business. It don't fuck up. It don't fuck up the group assignment, so we good. Mm-hmm. So you kind of know. No one needs to tell you, but you could just see how they move. So all I'm saying is, not condoning it, but if you're going to repeat a simulation the same way it was in that event,
do it the same way.
Make sure that shit matches the same energy. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying that if you're gonna do that, there gotta be like a hush.
Absolutely, yeah.
You gotta be really quiet.
Mm-hmm. But then Denzel leaves this mad as hell, drunk, and he goes to go visit his wife. We got Miss Fancy in the nice house with the son.
Looking good, a little fancy.
Told him she gonna call the police if he don't leave because he smelled like he drunk. And the sun comes down, like going off, fuck you, da 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 da. I'm just like, bro, hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Get him in, choke that man up, give him a bear hug and everything.
Yeah, man. But then he gets thrown out the house. And when he gets thrown out the house, he runs right into some news reporters. And he looking drunk. Like he looks off. So he not only runs into reporters, then he gets escorted out by the police. He's just going down a terrible path.
But somehow he made it out good, looking good though. Like he asked the reporters to leave my family alone, and then the cops look like they are helping them out, helping them to the reporters. Like he's a lucky motherfucker. Let's just say that right now.
Yeah,
right.
For the luckiest bastard. To be a black man, boy, they was covering his boy ass like a mug. He got some news on somebody.
This movie was definitely a no. We see no color because I feel like it would have been a hell of a lot more aggressive for this kind of pilot. Mm-hmm. But it's Denzel.
Yeah, it is, and he ends up at Charlie's house. And Charlie just going off of like, man, I'm done with you, bro. Like, I'm done with you. You can't stay sober. You can't, like, you drunk right now. Like, he's stumbling over his words.
Let me stay here.
Let me stay here. Say he's gonna do better. So he holds him in the room. He holds him at the house. But I guess the last day they took him to a hotel. I don't know why they didn't let him stay there one more day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have just did, because the whole thing is to ensure this motherfucker makes it.
Well, here's the thing: the hotel is where the hearing was. So they want, the hearing was downstairs. So they wanted to make sure that he was close to the hearing.
He needed to be under supervision, like literally being supervised, like somebody with eyes on him until the trial happened.
Okay, so to their defense, to play devil advocate, right? To their defense, all right. I want to make sure that because they did have a whole bodyguard right under the door.
That was racist, but we'll get to it.
What?
How are they supposed to know that the other door was open?
True,
bruh.
That was a sign.
Like, there has to be a deleted scene where somebody went into their hotel room to open their door to put some wind, enough wind behind their door to make it knock on there. He was just like.
My thing was, you're probably right too. Cause my thing, he was in there for hours though. He was in there. He was in there for hours before he knew that the other door was open. And why? Listen. Not all hotel rooms got adjoining rooms. You could have put him in a room where there's no adjoining. Okay,
they should have left his ass at Charlie's house, not taking him to this hotel. But in this hotel, you see he bored in the house, bored. He's losing his fucking mind. Jazz, did you expect the turn that was about to happen?
No, that's why I didn't think about no joined room. I was just like, okay, he's not gonna drink. There's no alcohol in the fridge. He's gonna get clean. When I heard that, I saw that door. I said, oh shit, it's a totally different room. And then I said, the refrigerator, y'all, the refrigerator. Bruh. And then when he opened it, I'm not gonna lie, that shit looked beautiful. Really I'm sorry. That shit looked like it was like gold. So I was like, I mean, I get it.
The editing for that one scene made Liquor looks fucking beautiful as hell. Beautiful
Yeah.
as all hell. Like it had the ha moment. Like all you need was the more bright lights, and it would have been great.
I was when he tried to open it, but then he put it back down. I was like, okay, but I was like, nah, he gonna come scoop that shit back up.
Man, that hand came back. He grabbed it. So they make it back to the room. And they was like, hey, you ain't let no girls in there last night. He said, nah, he in there by himself. Ain't no problem. They looking for him. They can't find him. He in the other room, knocked out on the floor, head busted. They was like, is he dead? Yes, I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
But they called,
yeah, I'm dead.
But they got call out Trusty, Mr. Harlan. They get Harlan to come through. And he told the security guard, all right, CeeLo, you got to get up out of here. And I was just like, bro, that's racist.
Yeah, that was. But I saw it though.
Then he asked him to make him a cocoa puff, which I've never heard of that in my life. He asked for $100 bill, which why it got to be $100? You got to sniff out of it. Why it can't be $1? Like, what's up?
Well, I peeped that, and I don't know why too, because you got to pay that man money. You got to pay that man money. We went 700 something like that. You said?
Hey, it was 500. It was 500.
Yeah. So yeah, he got to pay that man money. So I mean, he want to make sure that you get the $100 bill out, or you can pay me that money.
And then they asked him if he asked him after they started doing the lines, anybody who up next? Like, oh no. Oh no. We don't do that. We don't do those. But he leaves. What you feel say something, Jazz?
I was gonna say this scene was wild. Like it
that
took
entire
a turn. Like a lot of stuff, like scenes be serious, but then it be comical, then it be serious, then it be comical. And this is one of those comical scenes. I was just like, at this point, you just gotta let him go ahead and do what he need to do so he can get sober up. Like we got somewhere to be in 45 minutes.
Bruh.
So I was just like, oh, he about to go to this meeting high.
Bruh.
And I think he did pretty well until it got to the end. I was like,
yeah, he did. I love. Go ahead.
Sorry, that one scene though literally gave you the blueprint of if you're drunk, how to sober up, well, how to function really, really quick. like they gave you the ingredients. It was like making a cake. They gave the ingredients, the functions, and with the blow by blow. No pun intended.
Blow by blow.
What to do?
So they leave out. Now he back. He looked just like he did in the beginning of the movie when he left out the room. Yep. Same as that he get into the elevator.
Smooth walk.
His nose bleeding. Hugh gives him a thing. He looks at the kid, and then he looks up in the mirror. So it's almost like I don't know what it was, but it's like as he went down the elevator, it was like reality was really setting in for him at that moment because his whole demeanor changed once he seen that kid. Then he seen his reflection. Everything changed about him. Then of course the trial happens. Make it to the trial, or more of a meeting, but they going through it. Ellen Block was pretty much not necessarily going off on him or going into him, but she was just going over the details of the situation. Everybody's like, yeah, cheering him on for what the situation was. Like, yeah, you landed that plane, you did that, you able to do that. And then we, as the audience, we like, this nigga did this shit high and drunk. So this nigga really like a guy saying, but we ain't gonna, we can't throw the rest of that shit out. So then Ellen, I feel like she walked around on purpose, like to give more. I don't feel like the thing was messed up, but that's just what I thought. And then we come back to the toxicology reports. We know his is thrown out. They said they did one on the entire crew. There was 5 members. 3 were good. 1 was thrown out. They can't talk about. And the other one was bad. And I feel like she knew. I don't know if she knew this information or what was in that situation, but every time I watch this scene, I want him to lie. Every time I see this scene, I want him to lie. I get like the every emotion in me just be like, why the fuck are you still fucking up? Like every time I see this scene. But what did y'all think I'm gonna start with you, Diandre. What did you think about, I'm drunk right now.
God, God help me. What'd you say? I said, God help me. And that's go back to what
Oh
Jazz said.
shit.
Yeah.
I just peeped it.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga was never God can't help you now, my boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ah,
So,
damn. Okay.
all right. However, though, hell yeah, I'm with you. Listen. God is truth. I want him to lie too. We just went to 2 hours of all this shit, and you still going to jail? Fuck you. We went to 2 hours of all this shit. You just drunk and coke your way out every situation. Got lucky every single time, and you still lost. And you had to win right here. You had to win. All you got to do is say, that was her. Now, again, I will commend him for having a heart, so to not, because he did, like I said, we go back to it, he did love her. I mean, because you don't do it if you don't love her. All right? He did love her, especially if you're a drunk asshole. So he did love her, but you just went through all that shit. All you gotta do is say 3 words: I didn't do it. 4 words: I didn't do it. It was me. I didn't do it. 4 words: it was hers. All you gotta say. 3 words: it was her. I can't right now, but you know what I mean. All right. All you gotta do is say those fucking words, and you're home free. And with something I would love to see, and another movies I would love to see sequels to. This is one of them iffy ones because he would have got what 4 years. He said 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's out. I would love to see the story of his journey with abuse out of jail. Obviously, you can't get in jail, so well, you're not supposed to get in jail. But I would love to see his journey out. I love to see the girl's journey, everybody else outside of it. But yeah, of course, I want to know. I want him to lie. Hell yeah, I want him to lie. You went through all that shit. Yes, fucking lie. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I was expecting him to lie because, like, how I thought it was going to end was he's going to tell another lie to prove that he is a shitty ass person, and somebody would just not help him and just tell the truth to where everything starts crumbling down because he dodged a lot of bullets and it was just he kept messing up more and more. So I was definitely expecting him to lie. When he didn't, I was like, oh shit, I guess he really did love her. But I was shocked. I was.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, like I said, I told you, my every emotion I get every time I see that scene, I'm just like, bruh, this dude is a true scumbag. But I wonder. The person I feel like would have benefited from this movie, this entire thing, was Damson Idris. Damn, it's not. Is it Damson Idris? What is it? Is that it? Idris Damson. Franklin. The last season, that last episode, I feel like it would almost tit for tat. It's just watching somebody spiral, and it's the spiral that you just like. Nah, I don't expect this to go that way, and it continues to go the way that you do not expect it. And that's what it made me. Rewatching it made me think. I'm like, damn, this is almost like a Franklin moment. Like somebody just doing somebody you really want to. Hopefully they win. Unfortunately, in a fucked up situation, not to do that. But then we kind of, we often talk about monologues, Jazz, and I think this was like one of the better ones. But it's Denzel at the same exact time. So he was tired of his lifelong limit of lies. He just couldn't tell anymore. He finally got to that point of just doing better, and he felt like he walked away. He wanted to walk away from this situation doing the right thing as opposed to lying to himself and having to live with that and choosing jail. I mean, you can't make me feel like that's the right decision. I'm sorry. Maybe my morality is fucked up, but nah, I'm not going to jail.
Yeah, he had a chance not to go to jail. I mean, there's rehabs everywhere. Legitly, I'd rather go to the rehab. Take rehab.
Yeah, that's definitely sure. But...
Yeah. But then it's of course that last scene um, with his son. The one where he had with his son, that kind of hit me hard when he was like, his son came to visit him in jail. So we see their relationship is in repair mode. So then he was like, his counselor told him to go because he wants to write a story about someone. Well, he had to make a story about, what was it? What was it? I have it right here somewhere. I just can't
somebody
find it.
that he doesn't know, but he has like impacted from or something like that. So then that's
Got you.
Like, tell me.
I want to write an essay about the most fascinating person that you've never met, which is fucked up to hear. But sometimes you have to hear those hard truths. So
and you can't, and he couldn't go nowhere. You're in jail. You can't go nowhere. You got to take those emotional punches. Like he came with the hook and the uppercut with that shit right in the gut.
Yeah, man. But of course, and we also see Nicole is doing better. She's alive. She's coming to visit him. She's supporting him. So that was the end of Flight. And of course, the reason that we are here, people. Was it good though? Diandre, I'm gonna start with you, or let me pass it. Or can you? Yeah, Diandre, I'm gonna start with you. Was it good though?
Oh, it was fucking fantastic. It's fucking Denzel. I mean, you rarely have a Denzel movie that's bad. And I saw listen, I keep telling you, the worst movie I ever watched was Virtuosity. That shit was horrible. I don't give a damn nobody said that. That movie was fucking so bad. But outside of that, there's rarely a Denzel Washington movie that you can say is bad, and this is fantastic. This is a fantastic movie. Yes, it was good.
Jazz, was it good though?
I'm gonna say yes. It was my first time watching it for this review. It was intense, and I was curious about where the storylines were going. Shocked, so that means I didn't expect it. So, yeah, very very good movie. I was like, damn. All right, Denzel.
Yeah. So this will lean into.
Jason, was it good though?
Oh, this is going to lean into the agree to disagree. I personally feel as if this may be Denzel's best movie. That is my opinion in that, as far as acted. And it may be because he was a slime ball the entire time within the movie. I think the only other one that I can recall is him being Alonzo in Training Day. But I feel like Denzel is always a cop. So you can take, he was also a slime ball in that Sanaa Lathan movie. He was trying to cover up his cheating in that as well.
Out of time.
So I'm going to say this one because of him being that and him being truly dedicated to that role through and through to the end. I'm rolling with that. Jazz, what are your thoughts, ma'am?
I don't think this is my. You're saying it's his best? Is this your favorite Denzel movie?
I think it's my favorite. It's an underrated one, but I think it's my favorite. Okay. And I would definitely put it top 5. So
okay.
I'm gonna go there. It's my favorite. Is it his best movie, or is it? I guess 5?
That's pretty much your opinion.
It is.
So if it's his if you think it's his best movie, it's your favorite, then
okay. Then let me do it this way, so we don't have to go into that conversation. This is a top 3 Denzel. This is a top 3 Denzel movie. I don't care what you put in there. This is going to come out in that top 3.
I personally would not put it in top 3, Denzel. For me, for the movies that I like from him, possibly on the outside of 5, it might be the 5 or 6 for me, but I wouldn't put it top 3.
What's your top 3 then? Since you, it sounds like you looking at the list. So what is it?
I mean, I do Denzel all over there. I'm gonna say I definitely enjoyed American Gangster. I'm gonna throw Fallen in there as well, and it's going to be between maybe Training Day or Deja Vu.
As number 1?
No, I didn't put a order.
Oh, but you still said Deja Vu though.
Whoa! Don't disrespect Deja Vu.
I'm just saying.
I'm talking to Diandre.
I am not disrespecting Deja Vu. I'm just saying that. Okay, so to answer this question, because I feel like it's going to me.
It is.
So if people that are watching, listening, my podcast, we do brackets. All right. And we do have a Denzel Washington movie bracket. Okay. So, but so I went my bracket and I just ranked them. It's my top 10. Deja Vu and Fallen is not in my top 10. Just sitting there right now. Flight is not in my top 10.
Damn, you tripping. It's
not in my top 10. All right. I got Flight number 12. Number 12, actually, guys.
Where's Fallen at? Where's Fallen at?
I didn't, so I stopped at 12.
Damn, this is your last. This is your last.
I stopped at 12. No.
Where is equal? Where is Equalizer?
There's 49 Denzel Washington movies, or 50 because I didn't do Equalizer 3. But listen, I'm not a big fan of action movie Denzel.
I understand.
I'm Denzel. So number 10 is Training Day.
Damn.
Number 8 is Remember Titans.
Okay.
Sorry, number 9 Remember Titans. Number 8 is American Gangster. Number 7 is Antoine Fisher.
That's a good one.
People sleep on Antoine Fisher, and I love it because Antoine Fisher legitimately is my life, and so I have personal bond with it. Number 5 is Fences. Fences is such an underrated fucking movie, and God is truth, he's not even the best actor in that movie. Because Viola Davis, Viola Davis destroyed him. I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't to say that he was good too. So number 5, 4 is Philadelphia. Philadelphia is fucking amazing. 3 is Glory. 2 is Malcolm X.
Oh, these niggas going to history pieces now.
And 1 is. And people
it better not be. It better not be. It better not be the Great Debaters. It better not be the Great Debaters.
No.
I was going to say.
1 is John Q.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that.
John Q, number 1. So those are my top 10. Don't get me wrong. And this to be number 12 is not a bad thing because Denzel Washington, like I said before, has so many fucking movies that he's so good in. You can't. Out of the top 49, I haven't seen Heart Condition. Versace fucking sucks, and I haven't seen for Queen of the Country. Besides that, all these movies are fucking fire.
Yeah. Now Denzel got it. Denzel, Tom Cruise, Leonardo,
and Hanks.
Tom Hanks. That's what I meant, not Tom Cruise. Tom Hanks. Them 3, their catalogs. It's not many misses. It's not many, man. But yeah, man, those are the disagree. What do y'all think? Is Flight a top 5 Denzel movie? As you just seen, Diandre just really did his podcast on the podcast. That's how you promote your shit if you're gonna do it. But the Lincoln Thrones. As we get ready to wrap this up, Diandre, let me start with you, Jazz. Your Lincoln Thrones.
Oh, sure. My Lincoln Thrones is going to be Margaret, who is Tamara Tooney. She was in The Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino.
Who was yours?
Margaret.
Okay, cool. She was on Law and Order SVU.
She was, but I want to do Devil's Advocate. They'll be
Gotcha.
dropping off extra.
You got it. You got Deandre. It's you, brother. It's your world.
All right. So I said it before, but I'm going to go off. What's her name? His love interest. Damn.
Tina?
Sorry. Yeah. Her name was Natalie Vasquez. She was in The League, which is a fantastic show. Funny if you love fantasy football. That's a show you definitely should watch. She's also in the TV show with she was in My Name is Earl as well, and she was in the TV show with Eve. I forgot what it's called.
Killing Eve.
Huh?
Killing Eve.
No. It wasn't. It was Eve's TV show. It came out like maybe a couple of years ago. It only got one season, but it was actually pretty good. It was like about four singers that's in a group that wanted to come back to bounce back.
The Brandy show. Brandy. Brandy.
It's called Queens.
Got you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because I seen it last night, I'm rolling with Melissa Leo. This was Ellen Block, Equalizer 3, which makes me say I would love to see Denzel in a horror movie. But it has to be directed by Antoine Fuqua, and it has to have the same writer of The Equalizer. Some of the kills that they were doing, I get where Diandre said as far as he's not really a action fan of Denzel. Denzel is getting older, but Denzel in a horror movie, the way if you watch that jazz, the kills in that, amazing. Storyline kind of basic, but as far as the kills, man, please.
Would you want him to be the actual killer?
Yes, I do. He has to be the killer though. He has to be the killer. Like the way he moves, the way he talks, all of that, it'll make me think of a psychopath. But yes, Diandre, we do appreciate you for coming out, brother.
Anytime.
Shameless plug. Talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, brother.
Okay, so again, my name is Diandre Robertson. Listen, I want to thank you both for having me on this episode. I love Denzel. I love talking movies. So anytime you got a good movie that you're gonna be on for, I would definitely be on for it. Just hit me up. Got me time for it, but hit me up. This is fun. I love talking shit with y'all guys. Listen, also, if anyone listening to Washington wanted to take a really good for the first time, wanted a good look at my podcast. These two came on one of my draft episodes, one of our draft episodes. It's the best episode of the season. God's truth. It's the best episode of the season. It's funny as all hell. It's great. We drafted again. We drafted trigger sentences and something like two drafts, but it was music so fucking good. Music videos. It was so fucking good. So please come out. So please support Masturbators. On Twitter is debaters_mass. That's somebody else already had Masturbators podcast. So it's debaters_mass. On Facebook it is at Masturbators. On TikTok it's at Masturbators as well. And yeah, please come in, join. You can also, if you want to do a bracket, please hit me up. We'll do a bracket as well. These two did a bracket before as well. Yeah. Oh, and I was talking about the MCU bracket we just did. We have social media vote for our brackets as well. The MCU bracket in game won the whole MCU bracket. Just to let you know.
A bit out Infinity War, that's crazy.
If Infinity War is in the third place game.
Got you. All right, man. Jazz, did you have any closing thoughts, remarks, or anything that you want to say?
Just want to say, Diandre, thank you so much for joining us again. This episode was fun. Shout out to everybody who listens and watches. We are still on our road to 500 subscribers on our YouTube. So please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, share, everything. We are just a black movie review podcast out here joking, and we drop the facts for y'all for sure. And we be having fire guests. So
we do. That is for sure. Like Jazz said, we are on the road to 500. And this month, because I meant to say it at the top, I'm going to say it now, and I'm going to clip this shit up later. This month of November, we are talking about things that we are thankful for. Just because it's the holiday season. People's lives are being lost. The world is just so dark. So we want to shed some light to some of the things that we feel or the people that we are thankful for. And within that, we are having a giveaway this month because, again, we are trying to get to that 500 subscribers. So the goal in this is what you have to do is just bring somebody to the live, bring somebody to the actual YouTube live or to the YouTube page. It doesn't even have to be when we're in there, and just tell them to shout you out and subscribe. Shout you out, ask a friend, and subscribe. Within that, the winner, I am going to pay for you to go to the movies. It's a movie podcast. Why not? It's going to be for two, not just for you. It's going to be you for you and somebody else. So don't trip on that. We got it. I got it in that situation. But again, this is the Was It Good Though podcast. This is episode 74, Flight, starring Denzel. I am Jason. This is
Jazz.
Deuces.
Diandre. Cheers.
Yeah.
I mean, I can help too, Jason. Like,
hey man, we ain't never say you couldn't, man. What the fuck? Every time. Let me close this chat. I'm like, man, what the hell the damn button at? There we go.